The Trump administration facing growing calls to return Kilmar Abrego Garcia to the United States after deporting the Maryland father to El Salvador. Senator Chris Van Hollen visited there and says that Abrego Garcia's case represents a threat to the constitutional right to due process in the United States. WGN's Sean Lewis reports.
This Sunday.
This is not about one man.
The power of government, the White House, and the courts, and the question of who gets to decide how policies are carried out is centered around one man, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, whose sudden and mistaken deportation on March 15th has drawn comments from the president, rulings from the Supreme Court, and an international trip by U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen.
I want to be very clear. I'm not vouching for the man. I'm vouching for the man's rights.
The 29-year-old came to the U.S. illegally in 2011 from El Salvador. In 2019, during the first Trump term, he was granted protection from deportation on the grounds that he might be at risk of persecution from gangs in his home country. His attorneys say he escaped political violence in El Salvador, is not a member of MS-13, and has no criminal record in either country.
He is a father, a son, a brother.
His wife is an American citizen, and they live in Maryland with their 5-year-old child and his 2 stepchildren. Senator Van Hollen traveled to El Salvador to meet with Abrego Garcia and says he needs to come back, and the administration needs to do it the right way.
And the proper place to litigate that is in the courts. And the most recent federal district court judge that looked at this, Judge Zinnes, said that the administration had presented no evidence of his connection to MS-13 or, by the way, to any other criminal gang or terrorist activity.
Okay.
So again, all the issues you raised, why aren't they presenting those to the courts? So again, put up or shut up in court.
On Thursday, the Supreme Court agreed with the lower court, calling the deportation illegal. The Trump administration called it an administrative error.
Do you plan to ask President Bukele to help return?
And during a meeting at the White House, the president of El Salvador said he would not return Abrego Garcia.
How can I return him to the United States? Like, I smuggle him into the United States, or what do I do? Of course, I'm not going to do it. It's like, the question is preposterous.
And as Abrego Garcia's fate is debated, the wider picture of what it could mean for others develops for those protesting the administration's latest read on legal versus illegal and following court orders or not. On Saturday, another emergency order from the U.S. Supreme Court, that 7-2 ruling ordering dozens of Venezuelan migrants to be kept in a northern Texas facility to await court hearings and not immediately be deported under the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, which the administration cites as its ability to deport without due process. Justice Samuel Alito joined by Justice Clarence Thomas with a sharply worded dissent on Sunday, saying in part that the court has hastily and prematurely granted unprecedented emergency relief, arguing in part for due process, which protesters this weekend say isn't being followed for everyone.
It just sets a really, really scary precedent if we can just send anybody we want overseas and not give them any due process. And then once they're there, we just say, oh, we can't do nothing about it. Oh, we messed up, sorry, oh well. That's, to me, extremely scary, extremely scary.
I don't think it's ever wrong to stand up for the Constitution.
For Senator Van Hollen, he says it's about that wider picture and what could come next.
If you deny the constitutional rights of one man, you threaten the constitutional rights for everybody. And anybody who can't stand up for the Constitution and the right of due process doesn't deserve to lead.
The next court dates on the matters are scheduled for this week. Sean Lewis, WGN News.